gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. The time is now. The time is now. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all be? How's it goes? And welcome to Turmoil Tuesday. Skull. Good to see everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. It is raining, freezing, snowing, cold. 39 degrees in the great state of Ohio, and give it about 5 minutes and the weather will change. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. Y'all amazing peoples. Before we dive into what is your PACE plan for your food preps? Got to have a PACE plan, folks, for everything. Everything. We'll get into that. In the meantime, Cajun Prepper, good to see you, my brother. How you doing? My man, KP Heathen down there in Louisiana. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Tell Monster I said hello, please, and thank you. My man, Scott Hummer, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're having a great day today. Welcome in, bruh. Hope everything's well in your part of the world. Yeah. Or better yet, the republics of America. Yeah. PJ, good to see you. Welcome in. Boom 22 is here in the building. Good to see you. There she be. Greatest name running these YouTube streets. Coffee first. Then speak. Good to see you, sister. Hope you had a great day. Hope everything's going well in your part of this country. Good to see you and welcome. How you been? How you doing? How you be? There he is, the professor himself. Greetings from the Erie Coast. Listening and working. Well, professor, then this goes out to you. Skull. My guy, my man. My personal moderator, Ghost Lincoln. Don't y'all make him bring out the spatula. He's cooking and lurking, y'all. Donald H. Hoot, welcome in. Sherry, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, Sherry. Hope you're doing well. Who else we got in the building? Y'all come on in and get comfortable. Blackbird's here saying good evening, all you wonderful people. Rabbit, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome in. Paper Buttons 19. Good to see you and welcome in. Blue Butterflies in the place to be. Good to see you, Blue. Hope you're having a great day. Little Lone Prepper's here, y'all. Y'all be nice to her. Say hello, speak, scoot over. Y'all come on in, everybody get comfortable. Teresa, how are you? Our resident snitch. Boy, she just been spreading stuff all across the globe, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know our resident snitch. We love her. She is our communication line to the rest of the planet. If we want to get out something real important, we just tell her. Yeah, and she runs with it. Yeah. Yeah. Michelle, welcome in. Good to see you. Sherry, how you doing? How you be? Gen X is in the building. Loretta, good to see you, family. How you doing? How you be? Chance, my man, good to see y'all. Oh, see y'all. Grandma's in the house. My Renaissance grandma, y'all better behave because she'll put you in your place real quick. Of course, OVP. Yeah, half the channels I'm subscribed to I don't get notifications. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, YT. Good to see you, OVP. Hope you're doing well, bruh. Hope you are doing well. Holly, welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you, Holly. How you be? Adverts here. Yes, indeed. Frank Meadows Jr., welcome in, Frank. How are you? How you doing? Hope you had a great day today. Gen X is in the building as well, y'all. My man, Modi Soldier in the place to be. Uh-oh. I hear a little voice, the little bark upstairs. Yeah, Green Leaf. He said, sup, everyone. Good evening. Good evening to you. Bob942, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going well in your part of this world. Prepper 101, my man, good to see you. Jason, good to see you as well. Rick Mavick, good to see you as well. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. Oceana 23, good evening. Welcome. Good to see you. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Amy King's in the building, y'all. Make room. Let Amy sit down. Good gentlemen, give up a seat. If there's no seats, let her come on in. Kay's in the building. Good to see y'all. Come on in, get comfortable. Let's talk about a thing or three. Gigi's Garden. How you doing? How you be? All right, y'all. What's your PACE plan for your food preps? In case, for those that don't know what PACE is a plan that was put together by the military, which means primary, alternative, contingency, and emergency. Yeah. Tuck, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. Tuck, by the way, what's the temperature down there where you would be in the southern hemisphere of these great republics? I just need somebody to tell me that it's warm and like 70 or above wherever they may be. Grit and Grace, how you doing? So, Grit and Grace, how did the conversation with HR go? Did somebody falsify their application at babysitting? Ha! That was hilarious. Yeah. Bad Dauber, good evening. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, PACE, primary, alternative, contingency, and emergency. We all talk about prepping food, but do you prep your food according to the PACE plan? I don't know. We do. Don't know if you do. Because I don't get in grown folk business, but we're going to just talk about it and have a conversation about it tonight, just in case to get folks thinking, because I'm not going to sit here and just tell y'all, that the world is burning. It is, but we're going to be okay because we do not spread fear porn or fear monger over here because we just go through it because we prep. Yeah. Steel and Tree, good to see you. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Ha, ha. Tell them, Teresa. See, if we want to get something out, there it is. Emergency food plan, Vision and Livingston Meat Supply. That's true. Coming to a store near you, or you can get it drop shipped if need be. My man Rescue, good to see you, sir. Hope you had a great day today. Yes, indeedy. Welcome in. So let's just talk about this PACE plan for your preps. So let's hit the P for primary, which basically is everyday food. Colleen, welcome in. Good to see you. Faith, how are you? Much love to you too, Faith. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, yeah. And so primary, what is your primary food storage? That is our basically our day-to-day food that we eat regularly, uh, because it's a good thing to eat food and live indoors. Yeah, we need to do that to keep the heart pumping and everything else. So primary daily food, and you guys know better than I do. um, what your primary food source is, whether you're growing your own food, raising your own food, all of that. Um, Sherry said, my sister is throwing out her 2002 to 2005 canned food. I told her to throw it my way. I'll keep it for when she needs it. Absolutely, Sherry. See, and that's just it. Absolutely it. That's just it. Folks that throw out canned food that says has a best buy date, not an expiration date, but a best buy date on it. Yeah. Professor, be safe on the commute. Please do. Michael Wolf, good to see you. Yeah. Michael Wolf said Livingston envision food products with all kinds of what type of meats. You got your side legs, you got your finger bones, if you like fresh meat. That's true. And we'll talk more tonight because the Four Horsemen ride, if I'm not mistaken, on Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival's channel. Yes, there you go. Yeah, rice, beans, and pasta. Yeah, primary. Whatever your food source is, your primary. Whatever your primary is. Ha! There he is, my brother from another mother, the one, the only, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Skull, my brother. That's right. I'm trying to talk to folks about pace planning their food preps. Huh. That's a novel idea. Skull. But that's what we got to do, folks. Yeah. Tell them, advert, as long as it looks and smells good, I'll still eat it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Prayers for you, Donald. Not sure what you're going through, bruh, but we'll definitely keep you in our prayers. And tell them, Gigi, still eating 2021 home canned items. Same here. Same here. Yeah. Tracy, good to see you. Tracy said, check what you are purchasing. I purchased 24 cans of green beans this week, 50 cents a can. They are bitter. Going back to Aldi. Tracy, do me a favor, check the best buy date on the can and make sure the can's not damaged. But I don't blame you. That's your prerogative. You have the receipt, so take it back. JJ, good to see you. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well in your part of the world and that life is fantastic. Yeah. And yes, you're right, Loretta and Little Lone Prepper is crazy out there. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Your Anthony, what's going on, my brother? Primary food source, whatever it is you eat every day. Okay. Plain and simple. What you do. Alternative. I don't know what would be your alternative because I like interaction with the chat because I'll tell you now, I am not the smartest one in the room, and therefore I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Yeah, yeah. Rabbit said, I think my old dated stuff is probably better than what's being sold. Yeah, nowadays. I'm with you on that, Rabbit. Same here. Same here. Yeah. But alternatives. So, what is your alternative food source? Okay, doesn't matter. Everybody's can be different. Everybody's is going to be different. Um, our alternative could be shelf stable food. It could be food that's in the freezer and vacuum sealed. It could be a myriad of things. Could be a combination of vacuum sealed stuff we've canned goods, shelf stable foods. Oh, Jason, always got to have emergency bacon. Everybody, if you don't have emergency bacon, you're not prepping. Exactly. Um, so that's your what could be the alternative. Plain and simple. Everybody's is going to be different based on your budget, what you prep, how you prep, and all of that good stuff. So everybody's is not going to be identical. That is for sure. And um Coffee said the only canned stuff I really get now is canned tuna without the pop tops. Yeah, exactly. And for those of you that have canned goods, please have many, many, not small, but multiple manual can openers stashed, tucked away somewhere. Yeah, L Dog. Right, freeze dried. Exactly. Freeze dried foods. Absolutely. Those that could be your alternative. Now, the good thing about the PACE methodology, primary, alternative, contingency, and emergency, that whole thing can fluctuate at any time. Anytime. Your emergency food can become your primary, can become your alternative, your contingency. Your contingency food could become your primary. It doesn't matter. It's all based on the situation, and that using the PACE methodology, you have all the situations covered with your food preps. Plain and simple. Contingency could be a 5-gallon Mylar bag full of beans, rice, whatever it is. It's all based on the situation that you find yourself in. Prime example would be loss of a job. Okay, your contingency, alternative, and emergency food could now become primary until um, you can find gainful employment again. It all fluctuates. Keep in mind that's what the PACE methodology is for. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Yeah. Rabbit said, I've been recanning as much stuff as I can. Much prefer glass containers over tin cans any day. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's what we prefer. Yeah. Kay said, I just realized I need to get a manual can opener. Get 2 or 3 of them, Kay, because trust me, if you're using one consistently, maybe on a daily basis, sooner or later it's going to break. So get a couple of them. I suggest 3 or 4. Very much so. Yeah. Tracy said, grit and grace. My garden fed a horde of deer. In 2 hours, they ate my beans, leaves, stems, and came back the next day. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Vet Prep, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going well for you. Yeah. Gigi's Garden said, think my primary and alternative overlap. They all live in the same pantry. And that's fine. Like I said, there is no set in stone because the PACE program fluctuates and you got to do what's best for you. And I hear Little Feet. Oh, there's y'all's big fur nephew. Hi, Cole. He got a new toy. He has Theodore, better known as Teddy, and he's playing with it. Let me see if I can get a shot on the Cole cam. Nope. He just went under the table with Teddy. And let me see here. There he is with Teddy, and he's doing his thing to oh yeah, him and Teddy are having a good time. Yeah, they're just doing their thing. And yeah, y'all's nephew right there. There he be. Put the cold can back. So, primary, alternative, contingency, and emergency. Canned goods, freeze dried, store bought canned, freezer, vacuum sealed, mylar bag, storage, deep storage, whatever you guys need or do. There you go. JJ said, I try my best to always have at least a year's worth of food in my emergency pantry in my basement. Right. I have a wife, kids, and grandchildren that I prep for, but I also hunt, fish, and garden. JJ, you and I are in the same boat, my friend. That's right. And in the emergency pantry, you got to rotate stuff out, you got to replace, you got to move, you got to do all that good stuff. Ha! Holly said, my heart is mush now. Yeah, exactly, Grit and Grace. Yeah, Mr. Squishy Face with Theodore, better known as Teddy. Yeah, he just melted that. Um, that's right, Hudson Valley. Every plan should have some overlap, in my opinion. And you're right. Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. Every plan should have overlap in the PACE program because you never know. Um, like tonight, my wife, the COO, she is making chili. And, she came downstairs and got some stewed tomatoes and some peppers, and off she went. Yeah. Yeah. So, those are the plans we got to think about. Yard Birds, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you. Oops is in the building. Good to see you as well. And, Jules, how are you, Jules? Woo, Jules, what's the temperature up there? The educated natural, 5 times 2. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. By the way, folks, tonight, the Four Horsemen ride, if I'm not mistaken, on Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival's channel at 7:45 Eastern Time, directly after my live stream. Yeah, yeah. But folks, in the PACE plan, like Mike said, things should overlap a little bit. Hi, how are you? You okay? Did you get kicked out of the kitchen because you didn't get nothing? Okay, you'll be all right. Oh, Jules said it got nice this afternoon. It's -1. Oh, yeah, that's yeah, amazing. It just makes sense. KP said it's 78 degrees here. I'm glad to hear somebody's warm. Yeah. Mountain Survival, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. Bonnie's, welcome in. Bonnie, how are you? So, in the meantime and in between time, y'all, keep in mind you have your primary food, your alternative food, which could be whatever, contingency and emergency. For me, so like it was mentioned, you should have some overlap. Okay. So for instance, freeze dried food in our house is considered emergency, contingency, alternative, and primary because we eat it all the time, depending on what we want, whether it's mashed potatoes, whether it's Southwest medley, because y'all know I'm a nutrient survival guy and I got something else coming, and not emergency ribs. Exactly. Yeah. Um, you know, and it's on the Livingston Man's channel. Okay, the Four Horsemen ride over on the Livingston Man's channel tonight, directly after my live stream at 7:45. Thank you for that correction, Mike, and appreciate it. So for us, freeze-dried food, as well as vegetables and fruits, we eat them not every day, but we eat them as a alternate food source contingency. So you just have to weigh it all out and just you know put it in where it can fit in. If you eat it all the time because you like whatever brand you use, then have enough that you can stretch it out. That's primary, contingency, uh, emergency, and alternative. Yeah. Mountain Survival said we went to strictly rice, potato, steamed veggies with 3 times meat a week. Me and mine are no FAFO. I'm with you, bruh. Exactly. And that's just it. You got to do what you got to do. And that way you got the bases covered no matter the situation, what's going on. If, all the grocery stores shut down tonight, the question is, are you going to be okay until they open back up or whatever? Show Intel, welcome in, welcome in. and that's the thing. Yeah. Chance said, I thought we banned the weather from going into the negative degrees. I thought we did too, Chance. Apparently somebody didn't do their job. But, it's all about you and your situation and how you prep. Okay. And y'all know one thing I don't prep and I never in my life will prep is spam. Plain and simple. There's one can, and the only reason that can is here is because the Livingston Man signed it. It is a one of a kind commodity. And yeah, that's how it is. Tuck said, I found a company that sells bulk freeze dried diced potatoes. Going to order some soon as possible. There you go, Tuck. Let me know how they are when you test them out. One of our new affiliates, Carnival, freeze dried beef, freeze dried chicken, and freeze dried pork. You can go check it out on our website. Coupon code Vision10 to save you 10%. I'm going to be ordering some here shortly and do a video on it, test it out, see how it is, and go from there. But you got to make sure. All right, my brother. That's right. We'll see y'all all right there on the Livingston Man's channel for sure. Yeah. Ghost Lincoln said Mountain House Chili Mac, the Nutrient Survival Southwest Medley. There you go. And that's just it. Whatever you do that you guys eat on a regular basis, you know how to prep it, you know how to store it, you know how much you need to have on hand if there's an emergency. And I will tell you this, the number one golden rule of prepping food, prep what you eat. That's it. Food that we don't eat, we don't prep. Not trying to barter with it, nothing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Rabbit. He said, I got cases and cases of spam. Well, that's good. Then you're prepping what you eat. Yeah. Yeah. Bonnie said, I have spam. Good. It's good fried, but only when necessary. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Blackbird said, y'all, that reminds me, I have a big bag of dehydrated potatoes and powdered cheese. I need to experiment. There you go. I'm going to tell y'all right now, we in this household love Nutrient Survival's dehydrated potatoes. You cannot tell the difference. And I take some dehydrated potatoes with some dehydrated butter. You're doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah. Yep. And that's just it, y'all. Everybody should be um, prepping what you eat. Tracy said spam wrapped in an omelet dipped in soy sauce. Yum. Maybe add some rice. There you go, Tracy. Okay. Well, uh, Tuck said the only reason I could see myself bartering much food is if I'm about to have to leave it behind anyway. Yeah, I unless I know you, I barter nothing. I barter nothing with strangers. Plain and simple. That's my rule of thumb. I don't barter anything. Psalms 146, Home and Garden. Good to see you, my sister. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Hope the family is well. But that's just it. Prep what you eat. The PACE plan: primary, alternative, contingency, emergency. So for me, we'll start at the bottom and work our way. Emergency food would mean that we have gone through everything and now it's time to go into our what I call deep storage 5-gallon mylar bags worth of stuff. Okay. That's what I would call emergency, meaning we have run out of everything, plain and simple. Okay. Contingency would be alternatives, canned goods, maybe some freeze dried, depending on the situation, frozen food, frozen meat that we have vacuum sealed, and vegetables from the garden that we have vacuum sealed and put them in the freezer. Um, Alternative would be, I don't know, canned goods versus fresh stuff that's in the refrigerator. Um, what are some what here's a question to the chat. Freeze dried guy. He said the Hawaiians can't all be wrong about spam, and they're probably not. And that's okay. I get it. I get it. I just don't eat it. I'm sure it's wonderful. Professor said hunting and trapping. Yeah. What would you guys call your emergency food prep? Put it in the chat. I want to hear. Yeah. Coffee said, yes, they can be, freeze dried guy. Yeah. Moon Sprout, good evening. So good to see you. So good to see you, Moon Sprout. Hope you're doing well. So, what would you guys consider emergency on your list in the PACE? Moon Sprout said MREs. Yeah. Yep. Gigi's Garden said emergency might mean poke salad from the woods. Could be. Yeah. Yardbirds, ramen noodles. Right. MREs. Yes, sir. What can I do you out of? You okay? What's the matter? You're all right. You'll get your time. Tuck said emergency. Fishing, trapping, harvesting palm trees for the hearts. There you go. Kiss off. So good to see you. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Holly Ives, freeze dried, dehydrated, canned meat and veggies. There you go. I forgot about dehydrated foods. We dehydrate vegetables and can them and sit them on the shelf. Yeah. Paper Button said beans, rice, canned goods. Yeah. Canned chicken. Right. Traps and snares. See, that's everybody has a different line of dandelion salad. Yeah. In the summertime, I don't know about the winter unless you do something to preserve them. I don't. Yeah. So, emergency could mean a lot of things. Yeah. The professor says harvesting and foraging. Right. That could be an emergency. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Glad to hear that, Kiss Off. Oh, congratulations on the anniversary. 50 years. Woohoo! Kiss Off. Awesome. Congratulations. on the wedding anniversary to you and the mister. Tell him I said congratulations. Yeah, absolutely. Gigi's Garden said, I need to learn how to trap and snare. Yeah, yeah. Michael Wolf said, MRE, Livingston Vision, freeze dried food products, got 30-year lifespan in vegetables from a garden. There you go. Exactly. Tracy said, no winter in the South. That's true. But in order to take advantage of it, you got to live in the South. And just in case y'all didn't, it's that time the cup is low and the jingle jangle. Listen in. I don't know if you can hear the pour. You get that, and the cup comes back full and hot, and Cole and Teddy are doing their thing. How you doing, dear? You okay? Thank you. I love you. Say hi to everybody. Hola. There is the COO. Yeah. And don't look at me, dude. Do what you do. Cole walked out of the room with Teddy in his mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Jules says, killing a cow when 6 freezers run out. And that's just it. See, everybody's different. Everybody has their own pace plan. Yeah. Yep. And Bonnie says the buck in the back property. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the way it is. Mountain Survival said everyone should educate themselves on slave cooking as well as cultures who feed themselves without cooking fuel sources. There you go. There it is, folks. Yeah, there it is. You are more than welcome, Kiss Off. And I'll say this, make it another 50. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Holly said, we put a fence up to keep our neighbor out of my yard. Now he's mad. Oh well, that's right. Too bad. Keep him out your keep the neighbor out your yard. Way to go, Holly. Way to go. Freeze dry guy said OVP, no serious prepper wants to hear that. What did OVP say? Let's see. OVP. OVP. I don't see him in the chat. What did OVP say? I don't know. What did he say? Not sure, but there you go. Okay. She is Sunshine. Welcome in. Welcome in. But that's the thing, y'all. Everybody's emergency food is going to be different, and they're going to use it at different times. Contingency, the same way. Yeah. Tuck said, Holly, the fence is kinder than the bird shot. Yeah, exactly. Yardbird said, OVP says a lot of things. Yeah. Blackbird, absolutely. Everyone should look into depression cooking. They knew how to make things stretch. Absolutely. Absolutely. JD said, he said, I'm going across the street to get my food in case of an emergency. Okay, well, if that's what he's going to do, then that's what he's going to do. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay. He said there's a deer that lives across the street from him. Okay. Well, hey, rock on. Absolutely. And that's just it. Everybody's going to have different situations. Everybody preps differently for their surroundings, their environment, their family, their budget, and all that. Yeah. OVP, that makes sense now. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But, folks, especially in these days and times, I'm telling y'all, prices keep going through the roof. The world is crazy, on fire. And that doesn't mean that we panic. That just means that what we have been doing and saying and talking about makes sense. And there's a lot of people waking up now and beginning to prepare more for themselves and their families. Yeah, yeah, plain and simple. Um, Shia Sunshine said, while we're getting all this food, we need to also get food for our metal family members. Yeah, you prep for everybody. I prep for the four-legged guys. Um, you know, but we got to prep for everything. Yeah. Yep. So, that's what we do. And now, in the times we're in, not saying it's horrible, but they're becoming different. I'll use that word, that term loosely. They're becoming different. And we need to do things different to match the times and things that are going on. Plain and simple. Um, that way, we're prepped and we're prepared and we're in good shape no matter what. It's not rocket science. It just takes a little um, realization, a little awareness, some help on topics you may not know, and budget, of course, and go from there. I'm actually reposting the Four Horsemen tonight on our channel. There we go. We ride at 7:45 on the Livingston Man's channel. Um, but folks, Emerald Coast Stacker, good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. So, give me some ideas of what you guys would consider contingency prep foods. There is no wrong answer because it could be basically anything based on your surroundings, your abilities, and the things you prep. Yeah. Michael Wolf said, you got to have a cow electrified fence. Be kind to your neighbors when it's trying to steal your food. Couple of zaps will teach them a lesson. That's true. So, let's talk contingency. Contingency foods could be freeze dried, dehydrated, vacuum sealed, and frozen. Yeah. Yardbird said that's good, but the time to wake up the sheep is about over. It's time to wake up the lions. And you know what, Yardbirds? Very well said, my friend, and I agree with you. Yeah, yeah, yep. You're right, Emerald. Right. People are on edge all over the place, and it's almost time to go Charlie Alpha Dark. Don't know, and I am where I'm at right now. I'm so tired of the negativity that the media mafia is peddling, all the doom and gloomers, all the fear mongers, all of that. I'm sick of that. I'm over that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I'm ready to go zero dark 30 and just about almost circle the wagons and just Roger Wilco, plain and simple. Rob in the garden, good to see you. Rob in the garden said emergency food preps mean coffee, a lot of it. My brother, skull, because you are absolutely 100% correct. And if you drink coffee and you ain't prepping your own coffee, shame on you. I can tell you now, years can go by, but there will always be coffee flowing here. Yeah, exactly. Yardbirds is absolutely right. It The time to wake up the sheep is about over, because guess what? And I know Chance and we all say you can start prepping until you can't prep. So basically, when the supply chain is gone, which they're working on it diligently, when sources of income are gone, which they're working on it diligently, and anything else to control everything that we as human beings in these great republics of America would need to have a enjoyable and palatable day. They're trying to destroy everything. And you got to get what you need now before you can no longer get it. Amy said, find out when the new ads come out and check weekly. Ads at local grocery stores for deals on canned foods. Exactly. And like I always say, when our Kroger has the 10 for 10, doesn't matter if it's pasta, canned goods, whatever. Canned goods are pretty, they're 79 cents a piece now. So, but the 10 for 10, whatever it is, I normally end up getting 20 for 20 and just put them away. And you can't go wrong. Yeah. But do what you can. Exactly, freeze dried guy. Meat, 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 and more meat. That's right. Absolutely, folks. We need the protein. If you're a vegetarian, okay. Yeah, exactly. Dehydrated and fermented. That's right, Bonnie. Yeah. Yep. Contingency. Tuck said food banks. That's a contingency. Could be until the food banks run out. Yeah. Bad Bobber said there's a lot of wild turkeys around here. There you go. Yeah. Grit and Grace said anything that tastes gamey can be fixed by soaking it in some buttermilk. There you go, folks. Gamey foods. Yeah. Soak deer meat in buttermilk if need be. Yeah. Plain and simple. Yes, indeed. That's how you do it. Dehydrate, do what you can. The professor said anyone will be prospecting, scavenging for the food left out there. Yes, they will be. And the last place I will be is in the woods hunting for things that move around that have four legs. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not going to do it. Yeah. Plain and simple. Yes, it is, Rabbit. You can make your own buttermilk. Yeah. Without a doubt. Yep. Holly said, my electric bill doubled this month. Never had a bill like this before for 1 month. Mad as heck. I don't blame you. And that's the thing. Our electric bill is going up because all of these data centers they're building, that the electric companies, instead of charging them out of the wazoo, they spread it amongst us to pay for the data center's electrical use, which is 100% wrong. Yeah. Yeah. She is Sunshine said, I started fasting, so I have to live off a ration. It won't be so hard to do. I'm with you. And lately, this is one thing I've been doing. I've been eating one meal a day. I mean, I'm talking one big meal a day and just small stuff throughout the day, so that, whatever goes down, and if it comes to us only eating once a day, yeah. But the goal is always to at least eat twice a day. Yeah, but you never know. Yeah. Boone said, I also make dinner in a jar using freeze-dried or dehydrated meats and vegetables. Just add water. Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to order some of this dehydrated meat and test it out. And yeah, Professor Skull. Mm-hmm. That's just it. Gigi said contingency. Open Mylar bags in the 5-gallon buckets plus freeze dried plus instant coffee. Absolutely. Now, in my 5-gallon buckets, I'm beginning to take the 5-gallon Mylar bags of rice and whatever and break those down into smaller Mylar bags and filling the bucket back up with the smaller portions, so the majority of this of whatever's in the 5-gallon Mylar bag doesn't have to be exposed. So rice, for example, sugar, things like that, break them down into smaller bags that can be just open up the bucket, pull out a small bag, and I write on there how many cups are in the bag. So we do what we do. She is Sunshine. I have not gotten my coffee plants yet. Working on it. That's all I can say to that one. Working on it. But folks, put together a PACE plan for your food preps if you have not. We've talked about a lot of stuff tonight, but write it down. Go to your prep room, your emergency pantry, whatever you call it, and go through and label and say, hey, this stuff can be used for emergency, contingency, or whatever. But know what you have and when you can use it. JD said, Vision, there's a channel in the ham radio that everyone will be on in this group if shift happens. Is there a channel? There is not yet, JD. It's a good question. I may have to consult some people and work on that, JD, just to let you know. Because you are technically, air quotes for those listening, our neighbor from that state up north, which we'll see you in 2 weeks, my friend. But that's a good question, JD, and we may have to work on that. Yeah, and see what we can come up with. So all I can say to that is stay tuned. Yeah. Yardbird said the media try and steer the people to a specific narrative. They have weaponized the narrative, and if you try and point that out, you are the problem. Absolutely, absolutely. That's what they're doing now. Yes. So, yeah, and that's what we got to do. I don't let the media control my narrative. They don't live in my house. Yeah. That's right. She is Psalms 146. That's right. Don't just stock coffee, grow your own. There is coffee that will grow in the great state of Ohio year round. And the professor and myself have discovered it. And we are in the process of doing the necessary and therefore making Uncle Juan Valdez proud of us. Skull. Mm-hmm. For sure. Here you go. Paper Button said Kroger has canned vegetables for 99 cents right now. Go spend $12 and some change, folks. Go buy a case. We've got cases and cases and cases of veggies. We've got freeze-dried veggies, which, by the way, Nutrient Survival's mixed vegetables is good. I need to do a video on that. But when you see deals like that, go for it. Very much so. Bonnie said, I got tobacco seeds. There you go. The professor, Robusto, coffee beans, coffee plants will grow in the great state of Ohio. Yeah. Grit and Grace said, I need to find some chicory seeds. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. But, Sherry said Meyer has canned veggies for 49 cents. There you go. See, that's why this community is so awesome, because folks share information so that everybody can partake in deals and all of that good stuff. And by the way, Black Friday is coming up, and I am going to be posting stuff that deals from our partners and our affiliates. And it's not about the money, it's about the prices for us. Um, so keep an eye out on our community page for that type of stuff. Freeze Dry Guy said, coffee is one item not worth freeze drying myself. Even the best grinds once freeze dried taste like Taster's Choice or Folgers, in my opinion. Better to buy, yep, coffee off the shelf. Yeah, exactly. They have a process and they make it good. Um, Emerald Coast said, what is the shelf life on dried beans and rice? So if you put them in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, they'll last for eternity. Um, Plain and simple. And I'm sure folks in the chat will answer you, Emerald, and give you better information than I. Yeah. Amy King said Dollar General has had 2 for $1 canned vegetables. They do that sale every once in a while, so good to check them as well. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Tracy said rice needs to be frozen for at least 3 days, dried and stored. There you go. Yeah. Grit and Gray said contingency for me is growing in the greenhouse or my hydroponic setup inside. Yes. Grit and Grace does hydroponics. I know my Renaissance grandma does hydroponics, and a whole bunch of other people do hydroponics. That way you can grow indoors year round. That's a good contingency. Good contingency. Yeah. And that's what has to happen. Yeah. Ghost Lincoln said, I'm going to say it to the ignorant. Are you going to completely overhunt all forms of livestock? There you go. Exactly, Michael. Yeah. Four-legged casseroles. Yeah. My two won't need to hunt. They have a much more high priority job, and it's called security. Yeah. Um, but that's what okay, KP said Walmart has green beans and corn for 50 cents a can. There you go. Take $12, $20 and go get some cases of food, folks, and put them up if you can. Yeah. Yeah. Right, freeze dried guy. Right. Gamey meat will taste like gourmet when you're hungry. You got that right. That's true. But folks, I hope this got you thinking. Put together a PACE plan for your food preps. Okay? And y'all know as well, I'm not here to fearmonger and fear porn. I'm here to get y'all to think, because the ones that can think on their feet, pivot swiftly, and adapt to their situations, we are going to be the ones that survive this mess uh, if and when the balloon goes up. Plain and simple. JJ said to me, I've been eating one meal a day for the last couple years just to try and get conditioned, but that one meal is big. Exactly, JJ, and that's okay. That's okay. And listen to this, y'all. Who came up with the idea, or who said we need to eat 3 meals a day? Says who? Yeah. Keep that in mind. Yeah. The same way, the same ones that did the what do you call that? The food pyramid? Yeah, right. Really? Yeah. Um Yes, exactly, Holly. It's good to graze, eat during the day. Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. Um, I know Rabbit said I've done one meal a day since I was 19, and that's okay. Rob in the Garden said there's a heavy supply of game meat down here in South Florida. Wild turkey, hogs, and deer galore. There you go. Rob, if you're a hunter, hunt on, my brother. Get them processed, get them freeze dried, dehydrated, vacuum sealed, and frozen, and stack it until you can't stack no more. Yeah, get it now, folks, before you're not able to get it. Yeah. And, that's the best we can do. And by the way, the Four Horsemen ride tonight on the Livingston Man's channel in 14 minutes. Wow, I did not know it was 7:30 already. Yeah, exactly, paper buttons. Yeah, I break them down into smaller mylar bags so that you don't have to bust open the big bag and now it's exposed and the clock's ticking. You just break that bag down into the smaller ones, open up that 5 gallon bucket, pull out what you need, close the bucket, and go on about your business. But that's just how we do it here. But everybody, please, I hope this makes sense. Holly said, always running out of oxygen absorbers. Um, Grit and Grace did a nice video comparing oxygen absorbers to the other things. I forget what they're called off the top of my head. But if you go over to Grit and Grace's channel, you will see that video, take note, and do the necessary. Believe it or not, I also will take dry bags of dry beans and vacuum seal that bag as well. Yeah, always. Do me a favor, folks. Smash the like button. Share this video out. I hope this got you thinking, because that is always my goal, for us to always stay ahead of the curve, sharing ideas. Yeah. Hey, JD, smart lady. He said, my wife feels it is necessary to vacuum seal a bunch of chocolate and just say, yes, dear, and vacuum seal a bunch of chocolate. The best way to go. Roaming Prepper, good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. That's right. He said, nice, play nice, hit the like button, share the video, and no farting, please. And thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And if you do, please say, excuse me. But with that, folks, I want to thank everybody. Put together a PACE plan for your prepped foods, please. And come join us on the Livingston Man's channel for the Four Horsemen. And remember this, folks, keep on prepping, because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Turmoil Tuesday. And we will see you in the next video. God bless everybody, and we'll see you soon.
I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. The time is now.